I'm not. I'm not back into it. I'm not. You're not into it. I'm not. I'm not back into it. I'm not. You're not into it. I'm not. I'm not back into it. I'm not. You're not into it. I'm not. I'm not back. I'm not. I'm not back into it. I'm not. You're not into it. I'm not. I'm not back into it. I'm not. You're not into it. I'm not. I'm not back into it. I'm not. You're not into it. I'm not. I'm not back.
And welcome to the JV game tonight. It is going to be against Mexico Bulldogs. We are maybe going to be a little bit late on this. We are waiting for a final player to show up. But welcome to the stream. I am Miles Hodson.
My name is Avery. Thanks for coming on, and we're looking forward to a great game tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know exactly what we're going to be planning on doing. We might end up going to a 6v5 on the first map here. We will see here in a couple minutes. We might go over the room cam a little bit. That is something new that we have started, so you'll be able to actually see the players and coaches and everything in the room.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I think while we wait, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. Well, enjoy, and we'll be right back.
Hello everyone, welcome to the first map. We are going to go ahead and do a 5v6 situation here. Alright, we are currently just waiting for the map to actually get started here. and we will go on ahead and start going into this game. And
Yeah.
there we go. We have started now.
There we are. Very good.
Tigris Deos, I'm expecting to either be running a Rhine Zarya comp or even a double fields comp, seeing how the meta has been recently, especially with how Rhine is so prominent with right now. So I'll be interested to see on what we decide to do. I'll also be interested to see what's going to come out on side of the Bulldogs team. They only have 5 players going into this fight.
Yeah,
and,
for sure. For the first little bit here.
and I hope Tigris Deos is respectful enough as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. And yeah, the Reinhardt Zarya is actually going to be coming out. Went and actually switch on to a Wrecking Ball pretty quickly here. We are seeing a normal, pretty interesting support comp coming out with Moira, Ana, and then Matthew Travis is actually playing on the JV today. He's on the Echo, which has been very powerful lately.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming out from Mexico, though, it does look like they're going to be trying to go with the 1 DPS compared to another role, and they're going to be going Bastion. So I'm guessing their plan is going to be to go down on point first and try to hunker down and try to defend against Tigris Deos.
Yeah, for sure.
It looks like we're going to try to push up mid and maybe rotate down on point, maybe if we can find a pick. The call for Bastion has already been called out by Matthew Travis, and it does look like D.Va is a little bit overextended, and Tigris Deos might try to capitalize on it.
Yeah, as we look at Jesus here.
He is holding front line, which is a little bit interesting for Anana, but it appears to be working. Bubbles and Matthew Travis have both found picks. Bubble ends up finding a second one, actually, onto their Mercy, and then a third, which is really good so far.
For sure.
And he actually ends up finding a fifth. Oh, maybe someone did get res. Yeah, that might have been a fifth.
Yeah.
So yeah, good clean team fight from Tigris Deos. They are able to cap the point as well on first point Helios. Bubbles actually gets a double headshot there, ending up finding the Orisa pretty early on. So it's going to be a little bit longer for Mexico to regroup and attack.
As Tigris Deos does get past 25% capture.
It's going pretty well for Tigris Deos. They do have Deadeye coming on pretty early on compared to most other ultimates. Orisa does actually switch off to a Monkey now. And D.Va does actually get slept pretty early on. Let's take a look over at Matthew Travis, who is running the new Echo skin. The I forgot what it's called, but it's a mix between a Devil and the Angel, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Does look like he might be going on the flank here, maybe trying to find a Lucio or the D.Va. As they end up going to the rest of the team. Bubbles actually ends up booping off the Winston, which is a pretty crazy thing to do as Reinhardt. Jesus ends up finding Minidorf, and D.Va Bomb ends up coming out from Tigris Deos. Ends up finding the Lucio, actually. It looks like Matthew Travis is walking back to point. Mercy does end up running, resing Lucio, and yeah, this is looking pretty good for Tigris Deos.
Yeah, not bad. Getting close to 75% capture.
With only a couple ultimates still online for Tigris Deos. Mercy ult is online for CBC, Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Minidorf does actually go down to Bubbles, which is going to be a really good pick for Tigris Deos. Let's take a look over at Ally Pie. She is playing Moira right now, who is a main support role. She ends up using Coalescence pretty early on. I'm guessing trying to get that Mercy out of the sky. Matty Ice actually switches onto a Sombra, and Tigris Deos is actually able to hold first point 100-0.
Yeah, not bad.
Good round from Tigris Deos here.
For sure.
Looks like we'll be going to the second round now, and let's see which map type we're going to be in.
Yes.
Looks like we're going to be in Well. Well is quite well known for just being able to boot people into a circular hole in the middle of the map. So we might end up seeing something coming out from both teams on that side. We do see some change-ups coming out from both sides. We see Matthew Travis actually going onto a Widowmaker. Jesus ends up going onto a Zen. Quentin Hamilton onto a Wrecking Ball. Bubbles onto a... Okay, yeah, we're changing just everything in the kitchen sink right now. Bubbles is now onto a Pharah. So Tigris Deos is actually coming into this with a pretty new idea of what they're going to do.
Yeah.
That's a little bit glitched there with the Widow. It should be scoped in with her gun, but it's not.
He's got the gun. I wonder if that's showing on his screen too. Maybe it's just our screen.
Yeah. I think it is just our screen. That is really trippy, actually. So
interesting.
We do actually see him getting the Baby Diva in this fight, but Bioshock is actually finding multiple picks in this as Bubbles is just raining damage from up top. It does look like Mexico's have switched to a 1 tank, 2 DPS, 2 support comp, trying to get a little bit more damage out on the front lines compared to what they had before.
Tigris Deos getting close to 15% capture point here.
Now we do see Bioshock actually getting a pretty early pick onto their Bastion, as Alipay is sending out a damage orb. It finds their Genji. Tigris Deos still having a pretty clean fight here. Baby Diva gets knocked out of her mech, and Quentin, Matty Ice is able to find her. We are nearing about 35% capture point now on point. On point 2. They do actually switch off of the Bastion back onto another tank, so they are going to run the 1 DPS.
Oh.
And Bubbles is actually able to find Minidorf there.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Bioshock right now. He's playing main tank on Reinhardt. We do see a switch off of the Genji onto a Junkrat, so that'll be interesting to see how that's going to play the Tigris Deos' cards. We see Bioshock being a very aggressive, ends up charging, finds the pin onto the Lucio.
Not bad.
Bubbles is actually able to find the Reinhardt with his ultimate in that fight. Ends up finding a second one on Minidorf. And it looks like Tigris Deos is going to be able to hold this point. Diva is trying to escape, gets demexed, and I think Bioshock's going to be able to find him.
All right. Tigris Deos with about 85% capture here on the second round.
So yeah, if they're able to hold this here, this will be the first map won for Tigris Deos.
Yeah.
We do see the Bastion coming back out off of the other tank, and nearing about 3% away now.
Yep.
Res does comes out, but the no one is able to touch in time. Tigris Deos does take the first map on Ilios, and it will be Bulldog's choice on the second map on what we're going to be going to.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go ahead and see the play of the game from Bubbles.
That's fair. Yes, very good. Gets an elimination.
Gets
another one.
2 there.
Yeah, not bad.
Very good play coming out from Bubbles there. Very clean map from Tigris Deos on the first one, not allowing Bulldogs much of anything to do there. We'll see what they're able to do on map 2. This is going to be Bulldog's choice of a map as well, and they might be able to get their 6th player in. We do not know. But yeah. So, you have anything you'd like to say?
No, I think they're doing a good job. Yeah, we'll just have to see what the Bulldogs want for their next match, and good luck to both teams.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, while that happens, we will be right back, so stay tuned.
All right, and we are into the game on Kings Row.
Yes.
I'm going to take a look over at Allie Pie. She's actually going to be trying a new character, I believe, on Zen. I haven't seen much of her playing that this season so far, so that'll be good to see coming out from her. We are actually going to be running double snipers right off the back, which will be interesting to see coming out from Tigris Deos, JB.
Yeah.
Ender Dragon is onto the Hart. We have seen him play that before. I believe he played a little bit of that last week. Quentin Hamilton onto Ball and Marine onto a Baptiste, which is pretty powerful right now. Probably one of the better supports. We do see Double Tank coming back out from Mexico and 1 DPS. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to be able to deal with that deficit of damage.
Yeah.
But they do actually find one pick early off. Ankle is actually able to find 2 picks pretty quickly after, though. Charge does connect from Ender Dragon. It does demech the Diva, and it does look like that'll be the end of the team fight with Ashley finding the last pick in that team fight.
Yeah. All right. Alrighty.
We do actually see Ashley finding a pretty quick pick onto Mini Dwarf. We'll go ahead and head up into the action here. Come on, let's go. Let's take a look over at Ashley, who is on Soldier 76, trying to find some good shots. Charge actually does come out and ends up finding their Lucio, and he's going after the back. All right, I'm guessing what they were just talking about is going to happen.
Yes.
Their 6 is not in just yet, but I'm guessing they are about to join.
Yes. So as we wait for that, we'll just take kind of a look around this map.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Kings Row. We could take a Ashley. It looks like Ashley's running around. There's a Lucio wall raiding somewhere. So Kings Row is London and what would be our timeline. Overwatch lore is very complicated, and 3-minute delays kicking in. We're seeing us moving all the ads around because Streamlabs is deciding to move stuff for us.
Yes, of course. But
yeah, Kings Row is what we would like to call a hybrid map, and it's a hybrid between escorts and 2CP. And 2CP is 2 capture point. Once you capture the first point, you unlocked a you unlock the escort part of the map, where you have to take it to point B and then to point C, which is the furthest you can push it. And then if you can push it all the way and have time left, you end up going to the next round. If you don't push it all the way, then you are done.
Yeah. But seems like their 6th.
6 has joined.
Yes, has joined. So start to assemble our heroes, and then we will be able to get the countdown to start the game.
I believe we will be attacking again. So, yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going to happen from Tigris Deos. It does look like they are going to run much of the same comp that they just did, except Quentin Hamilton is going to be going onto the Reinhardt now. Yeah, we are going to be running a more meta-style comp with our DPS. Our tanks with Ryan Zarya. Ankle is actually going to be on the Widow this time with Ashley starting out on Soldier. Alipie is going to stay on the Zen, and we're also going to keep the Baptiste. So we're going to run a pretty similar comp to what we just did, but I think it's going to go pretty well. As Quentin Hamilton is just smashing some pumpkins and spawn.
So here we go. 5-second countdown starts.
And we will be heading on a spawn, trying to take point A. We actually do see a couple switch-offs before we go out. Ankle does switch off onto a Ashe, and we do see a Junkrat coming out. Hog is just hiding around that corner there. He might end up needing a little bit of help if they find him exposed. We do see a Sombra coming out from Bulldogs. It does hack our Baptiste, our Zenyatta pretty early on. But they end up finding the Hog quickly after. Diva gets demeched. Quentin Hamilton's actually hacked now as he tries to run off to the side. Ashley ends up finding a pick. And Hawk actually gets rezzed behind the lines of Tigris Deos, which could mean bad news as Alipie does go down to their Lucio. And the Hog is just having a good time trying to 1v1 against Ender Dragon. Ender Dragon does get the best of him and continues on to the rest of the team. Quite hard charge as Zarya as well. Tigris Deos does look like they are going to be able to take this point A with about 3 minutes remaining if they all stay on to capture. We do see a Pharah coming out. Ashley ends up finding the Pharah, and Ender Dragon ends up finding the Sombra shortly after.
And there we go. Payload is unlocked.
And we will start the escort part of the map now.
Yeah.
It does look like Tigris Deos is going to try to take this next fight at this bridge. Quentin Hamilton is just holding very far up against the enemy team. Hog Hook does come out from Mexico. It does not connect to anything, however. D.Va is behind, so this would be a good pick for Tigris Deos if they're able to turn around and find it. She does get demexed pretty early on, and we are probably going to see Ender Dragon finding her. He does. Shatter ends up coming out too, and it does connect. It is a big slam coming out from Quentin Hamilton. Sombra ends up translocating out as D.Va does get pressed behind our lines. She is able to remech though, but we're able to deal with her pretty quickly coming out from Quentin Hamilton and Ender Dragon.
Eyes on the bad guys.
Sombra cloaks in and cloaks out almost immediately. Able to get out with her life. Let's take a look over at Marine playing Baptiste, who is a support DPS combo. Junkrat Tire is coming out from Tigris Deos as Ashley ends up going down while inside of her ult due to the Sombra. We do actually end up seeing a switch off onto a Tracer from Mexico, which is a pretty good switch, I would say. D.Va Bomb does look like it isn't able to connect with anything, though. Tigris Deos is able to just glide into second point here with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Got past the first point and...
In pretty good time.
Yeah, in very good time.
EMP actually does end up coming out, though. It is able to connect onto 3 people, but I don't think they're going to be able to capitalize off of it. A Grav also does come out from Tigris Deos. It does get a couple people. As Ashley ends up finding the pick onto their Tracer, and she actually ends up finding another one onto Hog.
Yeah.
Shatter comes back out, and Quentin is charging in trying to find anything, but Ashley's actually able to pick off another 2, I think, there. Bob ends up coming out from Tigris Deos, just going to be able to do whatever he wants to do. As 2 more people go down from Mexico. Yeah, that Discord, they just Discord hogged and were able to focus fire.
Yeah.
And it is so powerful once you're able to do that. And it basically makes any tank just very weak.
Yeah, for sure. Tigris Deos has made it to the checkpoint.
With about 4 minutes and 5 seconds?
Yeah.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
4 minutes and 35 seconds
Okay,
remaining.
yeah. Not bad.
Very good time coming out from Tigris Deos here, as we will go on to the second part of this map, which will be defense. So, oh, this is the wrong spawns, actually. Let's go ahead and go on a stroll. Here we go. Let's see if they'll come out of this spawn door. We'll actually go into spawn.
There we go, about 5 seconds before they spawn.
Should be spawning inside of the subway here, and here they are. We do actually see Quentin Hamilton onto the D.Va, which is interesting coming from him. Normally he's Ender Dragon playing that, but maybe they want to... Oh, all right. You know what? I just need to stop pointing out that they're playing characters. Instantly goes and switches off onto a Roadhog. Everything else stays pretty much the same, except we see Angel on McCree. Coming out from Mexico, though, we do see a couple switches up on it. We actually do see a Reinhardt coming out. So that'll be interesting to see how Payton's going to be able to hold up with that. See if Ashley's going to be able to find anything. Reinhardt having quite a bit of fun in this spawn there with the shield. And let's get it going.
Yeah, here we go.
It does look like we're going to hold a little bit further back, but it should be fine with the amount of spam damage that we have.
Yeah.
Reinhardt does get very low starting off. Actually is actually able to find the final blow onto him. And someone is already actually contesting point, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I think it was Genji. He does go down, but Ashley also goes down. So this is still a winnable team fight for Mexico, as Quentin Hamilton ends up finding a pick onto their Lucio. And it does look like this will be a cleanup for Tigris Deos in this team fight and a regroup from both teams.
Yeah.
As they actually try to push in here, which will be interesting to see. Flash ends up coming out. Fans of the Hammer is able to find the final blow. Charge ends up coming out, not able to connect with anything though. And it's still looking like a good fight for Tigris Deos.
Yeah.
Alipay actually ends up finding their Genji, but there's Zen is actually able to find our Junkrat. Sigma ends up getting hooked into the team. He is actually able to make it out with his life, so that'll be a good thing for... Oh, Visor actually ends up coming out. Shatter ends up coming out, though. It does stun the soldier.
Oh,
We are
there
actually
go.
going to see Deadeye come out, not able to find any
No.
final blows, but doing a lot of damage. Looks like Tigris Deos is just trying to hide around the statue and do poke damage whenever they can. And it does seem to be working out for them, as they have about 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on their defense.
Here we got Q Hammy on Hog. Yeah. Ashley with that pig.
Ashley does actually find a pick onto their Sigma S.
Yeah.
And Tigris Deos is actually able to de-mech their Diva. Lucio beat ends up coming out in response to the tire, but it's not going to be enough as we end up finding Diva in that. Lucio ends up going down to... we end up just standing still there for a second. Ends up finding their Lucio. Their Genji is behind our lines, but I think Ender Dragon's able to find him. Trans does come out from both teams here, as Ender Dragon's able to just find a couple quick picks, and they are going to continue moving in. Its ankle ends up finding one as well.
Yeah.
Fire Strike ends up coming out. Our Deadeye ends up coming out, not able to find anything. Diva Bomb is now out onto the point, not able to find anything either. Genji Blade is actually going to come out as well, and Ender Dragon just says lol nah and gets both picks there.
Yeah, for sure.
Rock ends up coming out long range, hits it like a football.
Yeah, all
It's a
with about
sport reference.
Right. Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Prophetic Flux ends up coming out. Sigma's actually able to find 2 picks here, so this is actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, less than a minute left.
Genji ends up dashing in. Our Reinhardt is a little bit overextended. He does end up shattering, though. Finds the soldier again in his ultimate, but the soldiers actually end up able to find 1 pick. And Dragon makes it out, though. And it's still looking good for Tigris Deos. About 30 seconds remaining on the attack.
Oh.
Ooh, a little bit overextended there, but it looks like he will be revenged as their defense ends up falling down. Reinhardt ends up charging in, and we might see what happened with the World Finals against Seoul Dynasty and Sanfran whenever Super just pushed everyone off with his hoggles coming out from Quentin Hamilton. Should be interesting to see. I think that is what he's actually planning on going to do. And it is! Ends up pushing both people off point. No one is able to touch in time, and that's going to be second map win for Tigris Deos.
Yes, very good.
Very good indeed. Let's go ahead and see the play of the game. I'm going to guess it by Ashley. Play Ender
It's
Dragon!
Ender Dragon.
Wow, I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Let's take a look here.
Ah, it's going to be his grab here. Ends up finding 2 as EMP also comes out.
Yeah, not bad.
I think he finds a Sombra?
Oh,
Quentin does, but he gets a partial credit for it.
Yep. So,
Good round from Tigris Deos. They're very clean round as well, not allowing 1 tick to Mexico. This will be a 2-0 game so far, and it's going pretty well. I think Tigris Deos will be making some more subbing people back in. And while that happens, we will be right back.
yes, stay tuned.
Oh no.
Attackers incoming.
Are you not ready?
That's unfortunate.
Oh, already.
We do see one of the people on the side of Mexico falling off the map very early on.
But
That is unfortunate.
here we go. They'll be able to spawn.
It'll
by-
be okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll spawn back. They'll be able to be in the next team fight. We do actually see a little bit of a changes on Tigris Deos. We see a Brig actually getting played. And I mean, as a Brig main, I actually was a Brig main. Whenever I first started playing support, I was a Brig main.
Okay. Okay.
All right, and I'll never be lived down that moment. All right, but we do see Brig coming out actually on both teams, so that'll be interesting to see how they play out.
Yeah.
We are seeing
sure.
a very interesting style. Oh, all right, Reinhardt is behind on Tigris Deos. As he charges in, actually it's able to find a pick. No, he doesn't. He finds a pin, not a pick. And it does look like Tigris Deos will be going into the next fight up one person. But Bioshock actually ends up going down pretty quickly there. Tigris Deos does look like they are going to be able to clean up this here, as Jesus just does what Brig does and just swings. Yeah,
For sure.
queen,
Yep. Swing.
just
swing.
like that. Ender Dragon is going to be a little bit aggressive here on Wrecking Ball. It might end up paying off, though, if he's able to find some picks. Widow does appear to be going to the back. Jesus is hot on her tail, though. Not Jesus. Ender Dragon is able to find the pick. Tigris Deos is going to be able to go onto point, onto his next point in a good style.
Yeah.
Good style. What?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, that works.
And now we see Wrecking Ball doing his patented spin to win move. Tigris Deos slowly taking up some point percentage here to take point B.
Spin to win.
Spin to win. Would you
Oh.
believe me? Whenever they released Wrecking Ball, he said he would have skill-based movement.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't see it.
Score 0-2.
South Carolina.
South
All right.
Carolina, that's far away, huh, Kenny? That's Kenny.
Yeah, I know. Welcome, Kenny. In the chat.
In the
for,
chat, yeah.
Yeah, for people that aren't aware.
He is an ex-JV player from the spring of 2020.
Yes.
Sadly cut a little bit
Well,
short.
alumni.
Alumni. Okay,
Alumni,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Alrighty. But yeah, let's go ahead and see the defense on point A Volskaya coming out from Tigris Deos. It does look like they are going to be running mainly the same comp.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Yes, so we got 30 seconds left before the gates open. This would be a good time to shout out to our sponsors. Thank you to all of them. They'll be displayed at the 10-minute counter at the beginning. during the-
Let's hit a button. There we go.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, yes, thank you to all of our sponsors.
Man, we are spinning, huh? Bioshock, we spinning.
Attackers incoming.
Oh man, I was not expecting to switch to the Reinhardt cam to just do spinning at very high speeds.
Here we go.
Diva does get demec'd pretty early on here from Tigris Deos. Good focus fire. We do see a fair actually coming out from Mexico Bulldogs. So that'll be interesting to see how Tigris Deos is doing.
For sure. Oop. All right. The Bulldogs were able to touch a little bit, but looked like Tigris Deos was able to push him back a little bit here. We've got Reinhardt with Bioshock getting a few eliminations here. Ender Dragon with a pick. All right. Ashley with elimination. Ender Dragon with elimination.
And I return.
And Miles returns.
I return, part 2.
Yes.
Here, let me quote my brother. I'm a fan favorite. It's a good quote.
Yes.
Phil, man, what's happened while I've been gone?
Not much. Tigris Deos has been good with, keeping everybody off the point.
Been holding this choke pretty well, I'm guessing?
Yeah, for sure.
It does look like it. They do keep on trying to get back to the point. We do actually have 3 ultimates maybe coming out from Tigris Deos.
Got
This
the
wrecking
enemy
ball
wrecking
picked up
ball,
pretty quickly.
But yes, does get picked off.
Oh, that's a good shot coming out from Bubbles there onto the Widow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Not bad.
very good. Oh, missed that shot there, though. We do see Wrecking Ball falling off the map there as well.
Yes,
a little
yes.
cheeky there.
Aw.
I'm guessing it was trying to go around the back of Volskaya. It
Yeah.
does look like he is all good.
Taking a look at Bubbles here.
I think he's going to try to take that 1v1 with that Widow. This actually looks like Briggs going to try to take that 1v1 with the Widow.
Trying to get the... Oh, lots of eliminations from Tigris Deos.
Lots of eliminations. Don't know where they happen. And Wrecking Ball is going to be going back to the point. He does use his ultimate on it, though, so I don't think it's going to be much of a concern. He made a valiant effort.
Yes, got about 1 minute, 10 seconds left of this round.
And if Tigris Deos is able to hold this, this will be the 3rd map win. And that will be it for this match night for JV.
As
And we will
get
have our
past-
interview as well.
Yes, for sure.
Diva actually does go down, so does Wrecking Ball. So that is both tanks actually out of that fight. Bob actually ends up coming out, so we might as well just have 3 tanks. Another ult ends up coming out from, I guess, was that Ender Dragon? That was Ender Dragon. Not able to find anything, sadly. But Bob does appear to be doing what he does best and just doing something.
Yep.
I meant to do that.
Jesus actually ends up finding a cheeky boop onto the Wrecking Ball there. So good play from him.
Yeah, for sure. With about 20 seconds left in this round.
Tigris Deos is being pretty assertive, trying to hold up on main choke. We do actually see a switch off to a Hanzo. It does actually take Jesus off of, take Jesus down, but it does look like Tigris Deos is going to be able to hold this first point with only 5 seconds remaining and no real way for for Mexico to touch the point. And that will be the 3rd map win for Tigris Deos JV to win the map tonight.
Yes, for sure.
We'll go in and see the play of the game, see what happened. Might have happened while I was gone.
Nope, there we go.
Play of the game.
It's actually from
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
There's Ash.
Hey, hey! This little play, good little cheeky headshot there. And Bob ends up coming out, finds 2 pretty well. And that'll be play of the game coming out from Bubbles. Really
There
good
we
plays
go.
from Tigris Deos tonight. They were able to get the 3-0 victory against Bulldog. Good job to both teams as well. They played very well, played really good. And yeah.
Yeah, so great job, both teams. Like Miles has said, stay tuned for player of the night.
Player of the match.
Player of the match, I mean. And yeah, so we'll be right back with that. So stay tuned for
Stay tuned.
player of the match. All right, we have the JV player of the match tonight with
Ashley.
Ashley. Yep, go ahead. So let's go ahead. What's your favorite moment of tonight?
Whenever I was playing Junkrat back on Kings Row, I
Yeah.
was pretty proud of how I played on Kings Row.
Yeah, for sure. There was a lot of good moments in that round. Hero, you think you played best?
Probably Junkrat.
Yeah, Junkrat. Yeah, there was a lot of great things that you were doing. We were able to see from back here of all this awesome stuff that you and the team were able to do with that hero. Why did you decide to play esports this year?
Because I've heard really good things about it, and I've been playing video games since I was just 3 years old.
Right.
You know, I've heard of esports, and I wanted to partake in that and
Yeah.
pursue something with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when it's a part of your life like that, it's a pretty big thing. Especially, being able to do it with all your friends and everything. So, make new friends along the way. So, and overall, how has the year been for you?
It's been pretty good so far.
Yeah. I've seen you and the team have a lot of fun, and yeah, looking forward to more fun along the way. So, all right. Well, hey, thanks so much for joining. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned. In about 15 minutes, 30 minutes, the varsity will be playing tonight. So make sure to tune in for that. Next week, we'll also have games next Thursday night. Thanks again to all of our sponsors. And yeah, so make sure you stay tuned for the varsity game in a little bit. So, all right. Thank you so much, and have a good one.